now you look like a homeless person drinking that water as loud as possible. How come you didn't put your picture back up on the
What picture?
your cool picture?
Cool picture?
Your
My school picture?
headshots for when you were gonna be an actor.
Oh, those are my business photos.
Do they put it on the wall like if you got Employee of the Month?
No. It's on my Outlook.
Okay.
Email.
Is it in your cubicle?
My Teams? No.
You should get that, like, get a frame and put it on your desk. Just then don't say anything to anybody.
No, I'll just put it somewhere in the office.
Yeah.
Like we have a fridge in our office. I just put it on the
where
fridge.
your little break room is, yeah.
Do you think anybody would say, Kevin, why is there a picture of you on our fridge? I didn't do that. Did you do that?
It was pretty immediate response at church.
Yeah, probably negative too.
Rick was, is that Suavecito? That's what he was calling you. Suavecito.
Yeah.
And I was like,
Used to be my nickname. Todd,
who?
his son used to give me that nickname.
And he's like, is Suavecito on the refrigerator? And I'm like, I don't know. And then some of the church ladies were like, why is Kevin on the refrigerator? Like, what does he do? Like,
Was he single?
Widows, maybe, because they're 87 years old. That's definitely going. I'm not editing that out. I'm not editing that out.
Oh no, man! I'm gonna be a little.
Have you ever done anything to
Oh
protect
yeah,
somebody?
no, dude. Because think
and
about
you didn't do it spitefully. You did
No,
it because you're like, oh man.
You do that for your buddies. You do it for your loved ones. You do it for just about anybody. You know, even if you could take the fall. Is that potential there?
I've done that for people that I didn't even like that much.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's the right thing to do sometimes.
I took the blame for somebody wrecking my car when I was in the passenger seat.
It's like Gabriel Iglesias' skit on drunk driving.
Yeah, well, this kid was just going around the block in Peyton on a dirt circle, and he wrecked into a tree, and the lady crossed it wasn't real bad. He just kind of shifted gears going around a dirt corner, and when he did it, kicked out the butt into the car, the rear end, and he smashed it into a tree. And the lady across this road was already called 911. And he freaked out because he wasn't old enough to drive. Which that would have been all on him because I would have just been like, I didn't know. But I felt bad. I didn't want him to get in trouble, so I took the blame.
Why'd you let him drive your car?
I was trying to teach him how.
And he's doing burnouts in a cul-de-sac?
He didn't mean to. We were going around a dirt circle, and he was going around the curve, and he went to shift to slow down, and he shifted way too low. And so then when the tire spun, and he spun into a tree.
You wouldn't have got in trouble.
I know. He would have because he didn't have a driver's license.
You could have just said, we're on a dirt road, I'm teaching him how to drive. Are you his dad? No.
No, but I was only 16. They'd be like,
You
yeah.
didn't even have your license.
No, I had my driver's license. You can
Oh.
get your driver's license when you're 16 back in the day.
It's 15 where you have to
Permit.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And he didn't have, and even if he had a permit, I would have had to been 18 or 21 or something like that to be in the passenger seat.
Yeah, or don't you have to be like a relative too?
Or legal guardian, I don't know.
How much trouble did you get in?
Careless driving. Either that or reckless.
And you just stood there like, so, kids, what's going on here? You're like, nothing.
Yeah.
What happened?
Then he went to school with like a neck, like he like played it out. Like nobody was hurt. But then he's like, because he wanted to get all the attention in school. So he had this foam neck brace on for a week. The tree didn't even hit his side of the car. It was mine.
And you were fine.
Yeah.
Did
But he
you-
was making
did you
such
hang
a
out with
scene
him
that
after
the
that?
paramedics were like, because I was like, I don't need to ride, but I was underage, right? So I didn't really get to make that choice.
You couldn't take the car. You
Yeah.
totaled it.
He smashed it in pretty good. Well, the thing of it is, like, my dad was, man, you should have put it in 4-wheel drive and drove over to your aunt's house on the rims. It's already wrecked. But you're 16, so you freak out when somebody says the cops are on their way. Now I run from the cops. I do everything I can to avoid it.
Oh, buddy.
I tear the license plates off and run away. Scratch the VIN number off the dash. What's up, Street Squad? You know what? The other day I was thinking, man, I could really go for getting my picture taken. Or maybe get my family's picture taken. Man, I just don't know where to go get my picture taken. Everybody's taking pictures with their phones. I want real professional pictures. Then I thought, if I want professional pictures taken, I go to Melanie McKnight Photography. Melanie McKnight Photography is the experts in family photography. She is so friendly, so personable, and such a great sister in Christ. Go check her out at MelanieMcKnightPhotography.com. Go check her out. Browse through her gallery of pictures. You can check her out on all the social medias. Go check her out. Give her a like today. Give her a follow today, and contact her for all your photography needs. MelanieMcKnightPhotography.com. Thank you, guys. And remember, if you're going to talk about it, be about it. Love you guys. Later.
Everything's
Traceable.
yeah, recorded. You know, you got them stoplight cameras.
Yeah.
You got them license plate cameras.
Yeah,
It's
that's
this
what
new technology out there, dude.
That was the next
And it-
step cameras after the ones we have here.
It picks up
Mm-hmm.
license plates and it sends it to the police database.
Good.
So that if they have a bolo on a license plate and your camera picks it up, it goes beep, beep. We got this person here in this area.
Well, I don't have a warrant. I don't have a warrant, so.
I'm just saying, I wasn't talking about you. I'm just talking about like criminals.
I'm not a criminal.
I'm not.
You're pretty much implying that I'm going to get
No,
caught by the
I'm.
cops.
Yeah, you can't run nowadays. That's all I'm saying. You get caught. This isn't the days of old where you could rob a bank and get away.
That guy still escaped prison and was gone for 2 weeks.
Who?
The guy that's been all
Yeah.
over the news.
2 weeks, and then guess what?
That's a pretty long time for the technology that we have
Yeah,
now.
to spend the rest of his life in prison.
He probably already was. It doesn't matter. Like, if you're already
he didn't
going
get away. He should have went
Yeah, but he's still got 2 weeks to go do
to
whatever.
Canada or something.
Get wasted or
Did
whatever.
he go to Canada?
They caught him in Pennsylvania.
Was he going to Canada?
I don't know where he was going. I think he was Hispanic.
Was it a-
They said he was illegal.
Oh. Well, why didn't he just not go back to Mexico?
I don't know.
Ooh.
I would have. Then I'd be like, I can't come back. Trump built a wall.
Oh, yeah. Maybe. Maybe. Oh, what's that urge, man? It's the urge to run.
I don't know how we segue out of this
It's
now.
the urge to run from things, right?
No.
Yeah, when you get caught,
I'm too fat.
you run. You run fast sometimes.
No, I don't.
If you would have known when you were 16, you would have ran.
Not a drove.
You would have drove. That's running on tires.
Well, I'm an outlaw.
I don't like outlaws.
Why?
Because I am the law. Not really, but I really have to. I support protocols, man. I'm all about the protos. Prototypes. Proto Baggins.
Oh, boy.
Oh, that's Frodo. Sorry. Prometheus.
Everybody tuned out of this podcast already.
They never tuned in. but
No, they didn't.
I don't think anybody's ever tuned into this bad boy.
You,
Yeah, I have a few times.
Meredith.
She even still watches?
Yeah, because she comments sometimes.
2 years ago?
No, she commented on the couple back. Supposedly nobody else knows how to use YouTube in 2023, so
Yeah, it's a really hard
I
thing to use.
don't know. So I put short clips up on Facebook. No likes.
Not likey.
I get a whole bunch of likes on TikTok, but
Yeah,
not
those are all
on
bots.
hillbilly bots.
No.
Hmm.
Mechanical bots.
Well, apparently the worst bots are in the metaverse with Facebook and Instagram
Why?
because they're just bots, and bots don't like anything. Bots will follow you, but they don't like anything.
They don't react to nothing.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, they don't have
Because I'll
emotions.
put-
They're robots.
Yeah, I know. So that's why TikTok is actually people, and I'm not talking like hundreds and hundreds of likes. I'm only talking like I'll get 7, but it's better than the whopping 0 that I got on Facebook
And YouTube.
and YouTube. Your brother's friends sometimes push the thumbs up, but I'm just as guilty because I watch tons and tons and tons of YouTube videos.
And you don't like them?
Because you forget.
I like them. I listen to music all day on YouTube.
So then I realized that's why at the end of those videos are like, hey, do us a favor.
Like,
that
comment,
button.
and subscribe.
Hit that subscribe button. And if you want to support the ministry, then there's a link down here to do that. But I don't know. We'll see what happens. We still have I'm pretty sure that 99% of those are bots. Supposed 400 subscribers. And 400 subscribers is 1 like. And average duration
He's
for
on your form. He's on your form. He's on your form. Kill him.
average duration is 3 minutes. I think the lightest one
How do you
was
get in here?
average duration was probably 6 minutes, I think, the last I checked. What are you doing? Oh, why were you moving weird like that? Oh.
I'm just trying to get them views, bruh. I'm back.
Oh, man.
Oh, what's the root of your deal, Pickle? What's your deal, Pickle?
How was your boating trip?
That's good, dude. It's very good. I am not 20 years old anymore. Well, young 20s. Sleeping on the ground.
Oh, yeah.
It's a little duff.
Why didn't you bring an air mattress?
I did. It wasn't a thick one. It was a thin one, like this thick.
Oh, yeah, that's...
Just blow it up with your mouth. Wow.
Did everybody sleep in a tent?
Everybody but the other family that came with. And
Sure.
my buddy.
Did your mom and dad go?
Mm-hmm.
They slept in a tent?
Yeah.
Oh.
My sister did. My brother did.
Do they have nicer air mattresses?
My brother and my parents did.
I was going to say, because your dad wouldn't ever be able to walk again.
No, he slept good.
I know, because he had a nicer air mattress. I'm saying
Yeah,
if they
yeah.
didn't have that.
He had a big queen size, I think.
Yeah.
King size, I don't know.
You know what annoys me, and it's just something dumb. And a lot of my cousins do this, and I've seen a lot of my family do it.
Glamping.
No,
Oh,
wearing your life jacket like a diaper so it keeps your top half floating, and I don't know why that makes me so angry. But it just always has. My cousins do it all the time. I've seen my mom do it. My brothers do it. They jump in there, and it's just like they're sitting on a floaty.
you would hate coming to the lake with us.
I already seen it on your sister's Snapchat.
Yeah, we do it then too.
I saw it. That's why I brought it up.
Your family does it too?
Yeah, so I wanted to start with that because I didn't want it to sound like I was just picking
You know what's
on you.
funny, dude? While we were out there, we went to what they call Party Cove, where everybody goes, right?
Yeah.
And a lot of young folk out there, right? And we're two boats tied up. We're not, we're not young folk, but we're young folk.
Yeah.
And we're jumping in, diapers and all.
Yeah.
And, other people are out there. They start off with their vests on the top. And
Everybody
my buddy was
switched
like that too. He's like, yeah, this works just the same. And then I'm like sitting out there, just like, how you doing, bud? And he's like, fine.
The water, yeah.
It's like choking him.
I get the
But
concept.
then people around, they started wearing them like diapers because they saw us doing it.
How come they just don't make those?
That's what I said. I'm like, we need to patent this.
They probably, I think it's probably been done before because,
But where?
yeah, I don't, you
'Cause
gotta look on Amazon. Floaty diaper.
Is it like, does it valid for Life Fest?
Probably not. Did they have patrol boats on Party Cove?
Yeah, they got parks.
I wish I'd have known
park
how to
rangers.
call them.
They were out there.
I know, but I would have called them and complained.
You would have complained.
Yeah, I'd have been like, hey, I seen this guy unsafe, wearing his life jacket backwards,
Upside down.
and when he yanking his son off the side of the boat.
My son was wearing it, right?
Yeah, he was wearing it right, but I would just, I'll make it, so they have to, hey, we're going to come aboard your vessel. That'd have been a whole nother Snapchat story.
It wasn't my Snapchat story.
No, you didn't. You weren't on the old chat.
Nope.
Very much.
Nope.
Your sister was.
Yeah.
She loves that dog.
Yeah, you were invited to that.
Well, it was my wife's birthday on Sunday, and then we had to put a float together for 6th grade homecoming.
I didn't know it was your wife's birthday.
Yeah, on Sunday. It wouldn't have mattered. You'd be like, you don't care about anybody in my family.
What?
And then I remembered that's why last year was the deal, because it was my wife's birthday.
Yeah, that's right. They share a similar birthday
Hers is the 10th.
time. Yeah. Well,
So,
happy birthday, Kaylee.
Yeah, you didn't tell her happy birthday.
I wasn't here.
Jax wasn't here, and I told him happy birthday like
No,
3
you didn't. The
days
first thing
before
you
his
called me, like,
birthday.
Do you even love Jesus?
Yeah, that
like,
was funny.
Do you know what today is? You're like, you weren't at Bible study. I'm like, what's today, Adam? You're like,
It don't matter.
Hanukkah. Jack's birthday.
Your dad goes to Bible study on your birthday.
What?
Only on your birthday, but
Did that happen? You remember that? Was that on my birthday?
I don't know. I don't remember. He came with you a couple times, but I don't know why.
Yeah.
One was to let people know he was still alive after his mono.
Did he come? Well, I wasn't there for that one. Huh?
No, he came, but he came after. It was a little while after. It's like, and that was another thing. People were like, why can't we just say mono? Why do we have to say mononucleosis?
Who was like that?
I don't want to bring that up because I'll be kicked out of the church.
Someone said, "Why do we call it mono?"
No. I said, why can't we just call it mono in my head? Like, just leave it at mono. But when people were explaining what your dad was going through every single time, it was mononucleosis or whatever. And I'm like, mono.
Mano.
Yeah, just leave it at mono. We don't have to.
Hand. One of my brothers.
Doesn't make you smarter because you pronounce the medical term.
Well, we're all WebMDs nowadays, right?
No,
Everybody,
I've been to two
everybody
different doctors.
diagnoses themselves on the internet. You
Yeah.
do it too, I'm sure.
No, I never have.
You never asked, hey,
Mm-mm.
Google,
No, because I
what
don't
does it mean if you...
because it'll say means you're gonna die.
you
But no, I don't. Because usually I only get a cold and I know what that is.
You never ask somebody like, yeah, I got this cold. Like, oh, well, you're probably dying.
No, most of the people around me, like my mom or Cheryl, or they're, I'm like, man, yeah, I got, and they'll be like, oh, do you have a sinus infection? Take this. Or, oh, you just have a cold? Take this. Okay. I went to, and these are specialists, and they're doctors. Yeah, they get their degrees and they're specialists, and that's the first time I've been to doctors in a long time. Ear, nose, and throat doctor, and a podiatrist.
It's a foot doctor.
Yep.
How'd that go?
Good.
Yeah?
Yeah.
What'd they say?
The foot doctor said that the reason I don't sweat real bad on my armpits or anywhere else is because my sweat glands are all in my feet. And I need to wear wool socks.
What?
I obviously have sweat glands throughout my body, but they're triggered in my feet. So my feet are constantly wet.
Oh, that's so much better.
You looked to see if mine was that way, didn't you? Yeah, because you wanted to be like, look how much better this is. But
Yeah, because it was about to fall off.
Yeah, well, you put it on the front.
You
where
put
it's
it
rounded.
on. I didn't set
You
this
did.
up.
We put this on. I
You
put mine
set
on.
this up.
Oh no, we were putting them both
Oh,
on.
no.
Oh yeah, 'Cause I would have put them both on like that.
No, dude. You came in here and changed it and didn't change my, like, oh, yeah, there's Kevin's. I want to see it fall on his
You know what
face.
you're addicted to?
Fall on his face.
Telling lies.
You sit on a throne of lies, Adam.
Yeah, you right there. That's why I had to take the
Yeah.
Bible here. I was hoping
That's
it
your
would
throne right there, dude.
make you stop telling so many fibs and like backpedaling and. If you're gonna talk about it, be about it. But that's not the end of the podcast. I'm just saying.
This is over.
What are we, 20, 30 minutes in, and we
Yeah.
haven't even touched about what we're going to talk about
No.
at all.
No.
So I don't know how
You're
you
too
get
busy making
serious.
fun of people wearing diapers.
I didn't make fun of
As
anybody.
floaties.
You started the whole thing
I did.
as a roast. I don't know what's wrong with you right now.
What's wrong with you, bro?
Nothing.
What is the root of your deal, Pickle?
You use your business cards as bookmarks now? That's cool.
Ain't nobody taking them.
Ah, man.
I gave it to one person, and he's like, "What is this?" I'm
I
like,
remember you
"Mine."
told me. I
And
give
he
mine.
was like, he threw it away.
I give it to the
Sorry.
teachers at Callahan School they're in part of the FCA. And I give some to
I got them on my desk.
students in the
Nobody takes
FCA.
'em.
I don't think they're looking for it. Like, hey, you know what I really need? A youth group.
Good point. It's valid.
At an adult working space.
I'll give you that.
I don't know. I think I don't know. I've thought about pinning them like in stores where they got the little cork board of a bunch of business cards.
Yeah. Yeah.
But we're not going to get a lot of. I mean, there might be some parents and grandparents that'll see it and go, "Hey." You could say, "Hey, here's my business card. We have a podcast." Like, so.
I don't even know what a podcast is. I can't even use
Well,
YouTube.
we're not just talking about old people, but 90. Yeah.
That's not a shot at who it
I'm trying to get better with titling this stuff too to see if it'll pop in anybody's algorithm.
Yeah, it's about
Like I was gonna title this one "Continuing on Addiction" because I did the 10-minute one today No, I did it yesterday while I was waiting for that dude to do security cameras.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did one on addiction, but then it's like, you get in here and you're goofy, and I'm blaming it all on you because my addiction is blaming everything on you.
Never owning up to your faults.
No, not here.
It's fine, dude. I'll be your Huckleberry.
No, I was watching all kind of YouTube podcasts on here, and some of them are like, "Oh boy, I hope he didn't walk by," and he's like, "Good job, church boy."
What were you watching
Like not Tiger Belly, Bad Friends.
at church?
Dude, it's in this room. It was fine. We're not gonna go there.
Oh, yeah, the volume all the way up.
He was I think he was a Methodist. You thought I was gonna say method, huh? I think he was a Methodist because when we were upstairs and we were setting up the password and email and stuff like that, he was talking about something about. I know Methodists have like a program that they put all the kids through, and they like graduate.
Yeah.
From that, and he said something about that, and then he told me that, hey, you got a Sharpie? I loaned mine to my padre.
So he's Catholic?
No, but people like to say padre because they're cool. Because he was definitely, like, I would say you would say padre if you like were in an Italian Catholic joint or in Mexico. I don't know the correct titles for everybody. I don't know what they call a Methodist preacher. I think they just call them ministers, but I don't know. Don't know. Then we had a fella here in church say, hey, after I finally, you know how long it's taken to get these guys to agree on anything?
Mm-hmm.
I've canceled the installation 3 times.
Yeah.
They finally agree on it, and then we have a guy come in, he's like, that's what I do. I'd have done it for free. All you need is these Amazon cameras. I was like, so Rick's looking at me on Sunday. These guys are literally coming on Monday, and he's like, what do you think? And I'm like, I'm not calling him back.
We're not canceling this one.
No.
Except we just spent 45 minutes trying to set up my account. It didn't work.
I'll figure it. We're going to do it up there. I think it's going to be easier up there closer to the internet, too.
Yeah.
We'll figure it out real quick. If not, then I'll have to
You're on
YouTube
your
it.
own.
No, it's probably real simple once there's a video on it, I'm sure.
Yeah. There's videos on everything.
Yeah. That guy was like, if you have any problems, just give me a call and I'll walk you through it. But I'm like, the next day? But up there, like, it was different. We'll see what it does up there. Because I would push that share thing and then camera would come up. I didn't have to push the plus. So, we'll see. Try it out.
Technology.
If not, I'll have it figured out by Sunday.
To be here all week.
No, but Sunday you'll be back here
Yes.
for church, and then
Yes,
I can
yes,
have
yes.
it all the way figured out, and then I can get you and Tim on it.
If Tim's here.
He said he was going to be.
Nice.
Yep.
It's all that paper you got there, Adam.
A person without self-control is like a city with broken down walls. What does that mean to you?
Anybody can come on in.
Oh, boy. Proverbs 25:28. And each version, I read 3 different versions of it, and they're all a little bit different.
To read the message.
No, I will never read the message. I'm sorry. I just can't do it. A person without self-control. What's self-control? What does that mean to you? What does self-control mean to you?
Discipline.
Yeah. Do you always have self-control?
Try to.
What about when you're an addict? Do you have a lot of self-control? You can take my phone off of there because I'm gonna throw
Is
it
that
to the
your
wall.
phone?
Yeah, because it's keeps on. It's not on. Do not disturb or nothing. Still doing it.
Is it this? It's about to die, so I plugged it in for
I
you.
appreciate that.
You're welcome.
See, at least I said that.
Now it means nothing.
When
Yeah, dude, you're an
you have
addict
no self-control
to
at
be a
all.
blamer, bro.
No, you have.
You're like,
I said
Ye-
I appreciate that, and you were like, "Ugh."
You're like, at least I said that.
I was trying to do an update. So yeah, that probably was part of the problem of not being able to do all that because my phone's got to update. A person without self-control is like a city with broken down walls. I related to that because when I was getting wasted all the time,
Yeah.
I didn't have, like in the video I had before, if everyone wants to check out the short video I did, I didn't have a drug problem. I wasn't addicted to drugs. I didn't do drugs. I wasn't addicted to gambling. I wasn't addicted. I called them the big three: alcohol, drugs, and pornography. I call those the big three. That's not what it's.
Big three of addiction.
Yeah, for me. I
But you didn't
understand
do
there's
drugs.
a lot of. I know, but I'm saying in my world,
Oh,
that's what I would view as the three major things that you can be addicted to. However, I do understand that you can be addicted to almost anything. You can be addicted to video games. You can be
Gossip.
addicted to gossip. You can be addicted to money, spending money, gambling. You can be addicted to
cigarettes.
not just, well, yeah, that falls kind of in the whole
drugs.
drugs and alcohol thing.
Yeah.
You can be addicted to just about anything, and that means you have no self-control. There's no self-control in there, and that's like a city with broken down walls.
Mhm.
So you have nowhere to lock anything up. And the master of all addiction, I believe, is Satan himself. And I said in my short video that a lot of people want to blame the addict or the pharmaceutical companies or the drug dealer or the liquor store owner or whatever to the feeding this addiction. But nobody ever says, I've never heard any of these guys go on there and say, I blame the devil.
Well, murderers do that, but
Murderers blame Satan.
yeah, the devil.
Well,
made me
yeah,
do
but we're talking about addictions, and we're
I
not
mean,
talking about.
murder can be an addiction. Ever heard of serial killers?
So, and I'm not saying that blaming Satan for your problems is a 100% excuse to continue down
Yeah,
the
it's
path
not a
that you're
get out
doing.
of jail free card.
However, with these addictions, like I explained, whenever I was broken down, whenever I fell off the wagon, whenever I was depressed and drinking and this and that, was Satan there after he convinced me in my head when I allowed him in because I had all broke down walls
Mm-hmm.
that I deserved this, or this is how you talk to people. You're funnier when you're drinking. You're more outspoken when you're drinking. You're more likable.
What's that old phrase? A drunk man's words are a sober man's thoughts.
Yeah, but that's dumb.
Yeah, it's so
That's
dumb,
yeah,
dude.
it's, yeah. I never bought into that crap because
But think about it. That's
because
kinda
that's
the
an
same
excuse. But
mentality.
because people wanted an excuse. Well, I'm gonna drink because then I'm gonna get it all off of my
Stand
chest.
up for myself when I'm drunk.
Yeah, no, you don't. You sound like a babbling fool, like it says in Scripture. And it goes for everything. Satan will convince you that you need whatever that addiction is to survive,
Yeah.
to be a staple in society, to
Mhm.
have anybody recognize or look at you, or to cure your pain, to take whatever it is that's ailing you. And that's what I used alcohol as, that's how I thought I fit in.
Mhm.
I started out with it thinking that that's what you do.
Yeah.
And then Satan also convinces you when you let him in, and let's say you're sober for a little bit, he'll even convince you that, hey, you know what? You did pretty good job. That's great. You did great. We don't have to go as hard,
Yeah,
but
just,
we can control it.
just a little taste.
Yeah, sure, you're able to have 1 or 2 beers. You can do
Yeah.
it. I know you can. So then you do. And yeah, sure. You're like, oh man. And I'm not saying you're talking directly to Satan, like, Jay, thanks, Satan, you were right. Because that's not what we're trying to do. But he's in your mind, and his demons are. And let me be careful with how I say this. I'm saying Satan, I'm talking about his demons. Because I think Pastor had a pretty good point one day when he said, I don't think Satan directly is coming at you because you couldn't handle it. You would not be able to help it. But his little minions, we'll just call them his little minions, they'll get in your head.
And obviously, nobody can handle even them because everybody's addicted to something.
But
everybody has an addiction.
You can handle his demons with Christ, and we'll get into that in a little bit. But you are on the right path. They convince you that you can do it again, and for a little bit you can. For a little bit, people notice that you were sober for a while, and then all of a sudden you're not the guy with his pants on his head running around drunk. But you're able to have a few drinks, maybe some wine, go on a date with a lady, have some margaritas, whatever the case may be. However, that's just opening down. There's broken down walls again. His demons start filling up the room. And it's like, man, you did so good. You're only drinking once a week. Man, it's been hot. So you can maybe have some beers after work. That'll be fine, right? You're good. Doesn't work out that way. And I've tried. I'm only bringing these up because I've tried every one of these methods.
Yeah.
I would go months and then say, I deserve this. Or it's a birthday party.
Yeah.
Or everybody at the party's doing this. I just won't get drunk or whatever. And then eventually you just fall back into the same traps. You feel like crap. You hope that you're not so far in it because alcohol, what is it? Heroin and alcohol, or opioids and alcohol are the two things that you can die at trying to quit.
Yeah, from withdrawals.
So that's Satan. And I'm not, this is my experience. This is my experience with addiction. I know everybody else has got their different stories, but then my other thing is, when you fall and you're trying to get back up and the next day you're feeling like junk, Satan's not there to pick up the pieces. He's trying to tell you, you know how you get rid of that hangover? You have another beer.
Crack another one.
But he's not there when you're depressed to fill your heart.
I feel like he's there to help you feel more depressed with the
Right.
negative thoughts.
So what I mean, when your life completely becomes a wreck, Satan's not there to pick up the pieces, but Christ is. And if you just allow him the Holy Spirit to work in you, you can get through any of these things. It might not happen overnight. You may slip up. You may be sober 10 years and then have a drink. But Christ, when you accept the Holy Spirit to work in you, will pick you up, dust you off, and move forward.
Yeah.
And that's
the
with
key
any
point in
addiction.
there is that you have to be willing.
And you have to be willing to do it. And I'm
'Cause
saying
even
everybody's addiction is
Christians-
different too.
Christians can
And if you
fall in those traps, man. I mean,
if you have a bad addiction and you need help, then get help. There's no shame in that. But what Satan wants you to know is it's not okay to fail.
and he wants you to feel alone.
To mask the failure,
He wants you to feel
he wants you
alone.
to be drowning in your addiction.
Because when you're isolated too, like a lot of people don't want to talk about their addictions.
No.
A lot of people don't want to talk about what's keeping them down because it's not comfortable.
Mm-mm.
Most of the people that I've talked to that have actual drug addictions or had them, their root was that they were running from something,
Right.
and regular alcohol wasn't enough, pills weren't enough,
No.
weed wasn't enough.
And
Then you get on to something harder, and then you're in a hole. You find yourself in jail, and going through withdrawals and realizing that if I keep going this way, I'm gonna either end up dead or in prison for life, and then
the saddest part about the whole thing is, as Christians, we write those people off.
most people, because you don't want to be associated with it, right? You
Yeah,
don't want to be like, why are
exactly.
you hanging out with methods
Yeah, you don't.
or whatever,
And-
or whoever it is, drunk, that
I mean,
alcoholic, and you're like, well,
And I mean, have discernment. You don't
Yeah,
want to be
enable or stuff like that.
You don't want to, but Christ sat with the sinners. He didn't partake in the sin.
Yeah, what's that saying that they always say? Church isn't isn't for the perfect.
But
It's for
sometimes,
it's for the sick.
but sometimes getting involved doesn't mean that you have to hands-on physically get involved. Getting involved can mean just saying something
Yeah.
to somebody.
Yeah, saying hello, dude.
Or just, even if it's not to that person, you can, approach a loved one and not belittle them or say, can you believe, but say, hey, what can we do? Or what can I do to help you not enable this person? Do I help you set up an intervention? Do I help you research how to help this person? Because some people are just stuck in it and they're, like you said, they're feeding the addiction by,
Mm-hmm.
okay, here's $20.
Yeah.
Or here,
label.
you don't have to pay rent. Or here, you don't need to get a job. I know you're hurting, so I'll get you my painkillers.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm no expert on it. I've seen addiction in many different forms. I was an addict for a really long time. My drug of choice was alcohol. And I drank a lot of it. And with that, I always thought it was stupid when addicts were like, or alcoholics would say, once an alcoholic, always an alcoholic. And I'm like, well, that's dumb. But then when I really started looking into the addiction part of it, you're always an addict. Always.
Well, that's the whole point, is that everybody is addicted to something.
Exactly. So
Nobody's going out there like, oh, I don't have anything that's holding me down. Yes, you do. It can be your gossip.
This
your
is
thoughts.
crazy. This one's crazy. There's a people addicted to work.
Workaholics.
Man, they just, yeah.
Then their whole life passes them by. Their kids grow up. They didn't.
And
do
there's
part of
kids.
it.
There's
Like,
people who are addicted to their kids.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a lot of people that won't let their kids grow up.
That's what people don't understand, is that everyone's like, well, yeah, I'm not an addict. I'm not addicted, because they instantly think of drugs or alcohol.
Yeah.
Or,
The
but
top-
it,
the
it
big
can
three.
be anything.
Yeah, I know it can be.
It can be social media.
Could be.
I think half of the nation, half of the
Oh,
world,
99.9% of people are
to
addicted
doing
to their
this.
devices. Not even just social media, but to their devices.
yeah, dude. I know. I had someone on that trip, their phone fell into the lake,
Oh, dude.
and
Dude, they
and
started shaking like.
they weren't happy.
No, well, no,
And, like,
I wouldn't.
Everybody else was like, "Dang!" Everybody felt bad, you know. And it's just like, that person was like, "I'm okay. This sucks, but I'm gonna take advantage of it because everything happens for a reason." They're believers.
Yeah.
That's the difference with believers. Even when something like that happens, you're like, something's good is gonna come out of this.
Yeah.
But like the weight of that, because then you can't help but put yourself in their shoes and be like, what would I do? Like, you lose all your pictures, you lose all your contacts, you lose all your messages.
Right.
Like I got voicemails from, past family members that, I keep, and
Yeah.
if I lost that, I'm like, bro, it'd be heartbreaking. But it's just another vice, dude.
It is. It's a crutch.
It's a safety thing too, because you're like, well, how do I contact?
that's real is that phantom phone.
Oh yeah, it's like phantom limb, but phantom phone.
Yeah, because your pocket will vibrate and you swear
And you ain't got nothing in your pocket.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
dude, that's something.
That
wrong
started
with
happening to me not long after I had my first phone.
that. Really?
Yeah, is that I would start feeling that, and I'm going, and my phone wouldn't even be in the same room, but my back pocket, wherever you're used to holding your phone,
Mm-hmm.
would buzz.
Yeah.
And then you're like, and then somebody told me it was called phantom phone.
Phantom phone. See, and that was one of the big reasons why. Just one of them. There's a few others that I got rid of my personal social media.
Right.
Because I'm sitting there just.
No, I get it.
Funny share. Like, what am I contributing to life?
And that's it. I'm definitely an addict to those devices because then I make excuses why.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, obviously we have this platform, we have the ministry. But then I get jealous of people like big name comedians and stuff like that. They're like, I don't even do my own. I don't look at social media.
Right.
But I'm
Because
like,
they
that's
got-
because you're so rich you can do other
someone does
cool
it.
stuff.
Someone does it for them.
Yeah,
They
but
pay
still-
somebody to do that.
No,
for 'em.
but I mean,
They do. They have a social media. What is it called?
yeah,
It's a
like
job now.
I know, but what I know that they have all of that. Somebody else does it for them.
Yeah.
But I'm like, it doesn't bug you because you're occupied with your lifestyle.
Yeah.
I mean, we should be too. I mean, I don't want to be envious of those who have tons of money, but
No. It's
social media is my new alcohol.
It just goes to show, dude.
Because when I start thinking about real life problems, I go right to social media trying to find somebody to make me laugh.
Yeah, there's another one. Video games.
What?
Video games. That's another way. Escape.
yeah.
It's
I know.
It's all
I pay for all these
streamers.
streamings.
Yeah,
I pay
dude.
for all that stuff, and I don't even watch TV
Yeah.
because I am looking on my phone. Just like that's my winding down. It used to be my winding down time was having a 6-pack. You know,
Yeah.
at night, sitting in my room or wherever when
Yeah.
I was single.
Watching Trailer Park Boys.
Yeah, and just drinking until I went to sleep. And that's how I wind down every night. Now, that winding down time for me is scrolling through TikTok or YouTube or
We have to fill our time with something because, at least for me personally, your mind is a wandering. There's a scripture on that, right?
oh, you're a wandering mind's the devil's playground. But
Yeah, I don't know if that's scripture, but that's what he wants. He wants you just la di da da, not focusing on what's
then here's a
important.
little bit of a gut punch to an addict, which is not meant in a bad way, but something that makes you go,
Wake up. Yeah.
yeah, is the temptations in your life are no different from what others experience. So you're not the first one, you're not the only one, and you're definitely not the last.
We're not alone. You're not alone.
And God is faithful. He will not allow the temptation to be more than you can stand. When you are tempted, he will show you a way out so that you can endure. But people are taking that in a literal, saying that, well, God didn't show me a way out. Like they want him to paint it on
Yeah.
the wall.
You got to ask him.
This is your way out. And prayer and faith, without the Holy Spirit, there is no way out.
Mm-hmm.
He will not allow the temptation to be more than you can stand.
Key word is him.
Yeah, he
God.
can help you. However, don't think that God's definitely going to put hard and difficult things in your path
Yeah.
because he knows you can get through it. So when people are like, "Oh, he'll never give you more than you can handle." Well, what is your hand? I mean, then somebody gets hit by a car and they're like, "I thought he was." well, you're alive or you're not. I don't either way.
Absent of the body, present with the Lord, but
But people, this erases your excuses of why you have. A lot of people are like, well, I don't even believe in God. Well, have fun with your heroin addiction.
regardless, I'm sure that there are freaking scientific studies or
Oh yeah,
surveys where it's like, yeah, what addictions do you struggle with? Oh, I do too. This many percentage of people struggle with the same thing.
and here's
You're not alone, dude.
here's the truth. When you're like, well, I don't need God, or you're blaming God or whatever. For the world offers only cravings for physical pleasure, a craving for everything we see, and pride in our achievements, and possessions. These are not from the Father, but they are from the world.
Yeah.
All the stuff that you think you have to
Fleeting.
have is not because God's punishing you for anything. It's because that's what the world wants. And back to the whole person behind all of this, who's the prince of this world?
Currently, it's the devil.
I thought you were going to say something like, oh, is that Hunter Biden? Because
He literally the president, but
bad company corrupts good character, 1 Corinthians 15:33. So who you're surrounding yourself with, like this whole, I did this for a long time. I would quit drinking. When I'm by myself, I was great. I was good. And then I would go to a fantasy football draft or I would go somewhere and I would say, hey, I'm just going to fit. So everybody would offer me a beer, offer me a beer, offer
Mhm.
me a beer or a drink or a shot or whatever. And then I would never fully say, well, I quit drinking a few months ago, but I would be like, well, I haven't drank in a few months. Or like, oh, perfect time to start again. You're right. So, but that's because I surrounded myself with just those people.
Right.
And so,
Yeah, you become who you're with, and that's why boundaries are important too.
and that's why Rick is always in here saying that, hey, maybe you shouldn't be drinking around, some people because you're open. You don't know what that person's going through.
Right.
So,
Yeah.
yeah. So bad company corrupts good character. I mean, and that's the same with every addiction. If you've got a gambling addiction, you probably don't want to hang out with the people that are going to the casino every Saturday night.
Right.
If you got a drug addiction, well, then you need to get away from that scene completely. If you've got a pharmaceutical drug addiction, I don't know what you do, but do get help. And then stop going to the hospital. But physical pleasure, I mean, that could be pornography, that can be sex, because people being addicted to pornography and being addicted to sex are two separate things. But being addicted to sex, there's talking here about the craving for physical pleasure. That may not just be sex. That may be having to have somebody give you affirmation all the time,
Yeah.
or somebody telling you things. People are addicted to compliments.
Yeah.
They need people to say something to get them built up. A craving for everything we see. That could be drugs. That could be alcohol. That could be pornography. That could be lusting with your eyes. That could be buying stuff. Impulse buy. I had a conversation today about impulse buyers
Yeah.
and how I used to know somebody that was that way, and they also suffered from buyer's remorse.
They'd buy it and then be sad about it.
And then take it back to the store the same day.
Dude, that's like a cycle.
Or the next day. Yeah. Well,
I don't know if about you, but I hate returning things.
oh, me too. I
with
won't
a
buy
passion.
it. I won't. If I don't need it, I just won't buy it.
Yeah, dude, it's like I'm the same way. Or I'll keep it and just be like, all right, I guess it's just gonna collect dust. I hate returning things.
If Amazon delivers something and it's like broken, I'm like, well, I guess I got this broken thing. My wife will package it back up,
Yeah,
call Amazon.
There are people that will, yeah.
Or she'll, oh, for instance, well, this was my own stupid fault. I wanted a suit jacket, and I got one now. It's a nice one I got for my birthday.
Mm-hmm.
But I was online, and I thought, well, why not order a suit jacket online?
Horrible idea, but keep
yeah,
going.
and it gets worse. I ordered it from Walmart
Oh no!
for $25. And so it said, put your size in. And so my wife helped me do all that, and I put it in. I get this thing 2 months later because it came from China.
Mm-hmm.
And it would fit Jack's. Like, it was. And it's so cheap. Like, it's paper thin. And, like, I was like, but I didn't return it. My wife's like, let's just return it because you had a certain amount of time.
Is that what's in the mail for Jax's birthday?
Well, I'm thinking about giving it to him now, but she'll return stuff. It's like,
yeah,
she'll get clothes on
that's something
Amazon.
about people following through with that, because I just am like, well, I deserve this. So.
I have the same problem with asking for help in the store. I will walk around Walmart for 2.5 hours and have multiple employees ask if they can help me find something. And
They're
I'll
like,
tell
no,
them,
I'm fine.
I'm getting better at it now
Yeah,
because I got things I need to do.
you got 2
have
hours to kill.
I have a family and it takes me an hour to get home.
Mm-hmm.
But hey, can we help you find something? I'm good.
I'm good.
And then I noticed I'm walking down the same aisles 53 billion times. And then I would notice regular people dressed like me and you would start popping in those aisles. I go the next aisle, they pop over there. They're secret shoppers. Walmart hires people to walk around the stores.
Make sure you're not stealing.
And because I keep looking up and down the same
They're
aisle,
like, this guy doesn't need
Yeah,
help,
like
and he
he's-
keeps going.
he
he's
keeps
stealing
bouncing
stuff.
it back and forth. He's trying. So then, and then I'm like, and they'll be like, they look at you, and I'm like, and then I go to the next aisle, and there they are again. I'm like, what is this guy doing?
You following me, bro?
Well, my mom's friend that comes to church here worked at Walmart for like 35 years, and she's like, those are secret shoppers. They're in every Walmart.
How many do they?
I don't know.
Do they get paid good?
I don't know. Probably not, because most of them look like they're retired.
Old folk.
But it doesn't. They can't do anything if you do.
They just report.
Mm-hmm. And then they'll say, "Bring up that camera on that thing," and this is what they stole. And put your picture on the wall of shame in the back of Walmart. But because I have definitely, after I heard that, I considered that as a job. Just walk around Walmart.
Dude, yeah, you'd be great at it. You got practice.
I'd get bored. But it can't pay that much, or everybody would do it. Like just to walk
Well,
around.
maybe not everybody knows about it.
But it would suck because I couldn't be at the Walmart in Falcon because everybody would know me.
Like,
Everybody
hey, Adam,
would
what are
want
you
to
here
talk.
shopping for?
Yeah, well, you're here every day.
What?
Walking around. Like, do you
And
and
you're
your
just
wife
like-
having problems or what?
You hold like a thing in your face. Leave the aisle. Adam, I can see you. No, you can't.
Yeah. And just like where
You
the
have-
clothes
You have
the
a leaf.
clothes are in the like
You have a leaf in front of your face.
or like where you're like just go where the clothes are in the rack and you're just like hide in the middle. Just back up slowly into the shirts.
Yeah,
and-
Simpson. Homer Simpson.
but look through the clothes like
But I can still see you, Adam.
you can't.
Shh.
No,
Move
you
on.
can't.
I can picture you doing that. You should do that. You would probably get more people to shop at Walmart just to come see you.
Walmart would fire me immediately.
They're like, dude, you're not secret
You're not
about this at
taking
all.
this serious, and everybody's just stealing.
You
Anyways.
stand there for 2 hours talking to people.
Yeah,
man.
that would be the problem. That would definitely be the problem.
Evangelizing.
So if you got bad addictions, get help. Talk to somebody. But if you know an addict, don't be a jerk. Don't make it worse than what it already is, because
Lend-
that person is definitely struggling
Lend
with
them an
something.
ear, dude. Like
They are hurting inside.
everybody that's struggling, just lend each
And
other.
we all
an
struggle with
ear.
depression. If you're depressed, you need to find somebody to talk to. Talk to them, because I struggle with depression, and I have a great life right now.
Yeah.
But Satan doesn't like that.
Can you
so
be addicted to being sad,
I don't know. That would suck. That's probably what I have.
bro?
But Satan definitely attacks. His demons attack me daily, dude.
Well, if you think about it, dude, addictions are they're tied directly to your endorphins, your emotional responses. So yeah,
Do you know what I did?
you feel a certain
right
way.
after I quit drinking? Is I would stop instead of stopping at the liquor store. I would stop and get a thing of ice cream and eat it on my way home.
Every day. You're lucky
Every
you're
day
not-
and then every other day.
You're lucky you're not 300 pounds.
No, I was cookie dough ice cream too.
It's a quick.
Well,
street.
no, actually, I take that back. The first thing that I started sucking down was coffee. All day.
Yeah, you know what I learned today? I don't know if
Every
it's
day.
true or not, but coffee is just a blocker. It blocks a receptor in your brain to say you're not tired.
I don't know, dude. I don't get into all that.
Isn't that crazy to
I
think
don't
though?
have a
I'm like,
problem going to
wait a
swim.
second.
I don't know.
Where'd you learn that? Because I don't know if I trust it.
No.
Then I started saying everything is blockers.
So
I was
is-
like,
so caffeine itself is a blocker.
yeah,
Well, I don't know, but I don't have a
And then I
problem
like-
going to sleep.
nicotine. I'm like, is nicotine a blocker?
I took an hour nap today.
You depressed?
Oh yeah. No, I just
oh yeah, crippling, crippling depression.
I went and I put a dryer in my cousin's house for her, and then Went and got a double Western bacon cheeseburger at
Oh,
the
Western
Carl's Jr.
bacon cheese.
I just had a craving for it today, so I went and got
Dude.
that. Sat in the parking lot like a loser by myself, munching on fries.
Did you need barbecue sauce on your shirt?
No, I didn't.
Nice.
But I got jalapeno poppers too.
Yeah, that's pretty good there.
And then I went to Big R and got chicken food. And I went home and I'm like, you know what? I'm going to take me a nap. And I set my alarm and I woke up before it went off, took a shower and came here. I haven't heard from my wife all day. No, I did after FCA. We had a full classroom in FCA and I told her about it. And she's like, congratulations. I don't even know if she's sincere about that or not. Like sometimes she talks to me like I'm still in special ed.
I mean,
She's like, oh, good job, big guy.
I don't think you graduate special ed, bro.
I didn't graduate special ed. I
Pretty
was
sure
in
it
there
just
until my
follows you
mom pulled me
forever.
out. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah, took a nap. But yeah, no, depression's real. And Satan loves depression. And when you got a good life, he's going to kick you right in the gonads. And make sure you're still sad.
That is sad.
It sucks.
Yeah, I think
Because then you want to go back to what it is that you thought took care of the sadness.
Yeah,
But it didn't.
and it's a Band-Aid that's not made out of duct tape.
No.
Because
It just makes it worse.
yeah, it's a dirty Band-Aid that
It don't make you
gets you infected, you know?
It don't make you feel good, but
No.
neither does all that other junk that you put in yourself. And
You know, the root, you can trace it all back to roots, you know, and childhood stuff and traumas and all that. And they say that that's how, you know, you become free of it with Christ at the wheel. But, you know, you got to address those roots. And it seems so easy, but at the same time, it seems so hard because can you pinpoint those roots?
no.
If you really sat down,
I
thought
can't. I
about it,
wanted to be cool like everybody else. I wanted to be an adult.
Is
and
that the
drink adult
root?
beverages?
Is that the root? Or did you start?
To start drinking, I didn't have a drinking problem then.
Were you sad at that time too?
No. I was sad when I was getting in trouble with the alcohol. Then I started getting sad.
It's like, Austin Powers, I eat because I'm unhappy.
Yeah. See, I'm
unhappy because I eat. It's
I-
a vicious cycle.
I never started drinking because I was sad, and I didn't really drink when I got sad. I've had sad things happen, but when I started getting in trouble, then I started getting sad. Then I didn't care because I thought, well, I lost the game, so
You already give it up?
don't give up.
No. Don't give up before you've even started, man. Like, Christ is a whole new start, dude, for anybody. You're
Yeah.
born again. You got to let the flesh die because that's the devil. That's right where he wants you. And even if you don't believe, you don't follow religion or pursue relationship with Christ because you're like, I want to do what I want to do when I want to do it. You're a slave to your own desires, dude.
Yep.
You're a slave to what you think will make you happy. That's not freedom.
So
Freedom is when you recognize that God has a plan for you
Mhm.
and you surrender to his plan. That's your freedom. And people are like, no, that sounds like slavery. No, you're not understanding, dude. You have to let the flesh die because it's only going to bring you down.
So let go, let God, and then after you do that, what?
If you're going to talk about it.
Yeah, it's the first time. I'm so excited.
And you ruin it. Just go with it, bro.
Okay.
Let's try it again.
Let
Reel it back.
you gotta let go and let God. And then what?
And if you're going to talk about it,
Be about it.
why'd you look?